Welcome back to the channel. Alright, today we're going to be looking at Grainhold. Now, with this, I thought was really interesting is the people that made the game, Creek Games, alright, they made The House Remembers, Banisher, Insanity's Grip, which are all horror games. This game is not a horror game. It's just an absolute sharp right to a completely different genre of game. However, this game is pretty interesting as it's RPG, base builder, resource gatherer management, all that sort of stuff. It's really fun. That's why I wanted to show you today. So there's still a few little things though, and we'll go through those as we go ahead and play. But hey, post edit. Bloke here, I just wanted to actually point out that this guy has his own YouTube channel that he is quite open with the development of all of his games. He's also really open with how much he makes off of Steam and everything else, and it's one of those things I forgot to mention, so that's why I've taken this extra bit of time to sort of point it out and everything like that. And so if you get a couple minutes, go ahead and check this guy's YouTube channel out. It's really good, like from what I've seen. Now, I have just spent an extra 2 hours to go back into my editing software that keeps crashing, that for some reason absolutely detests adding this information in. So, Creek Games, please appreciate that little bit of extra I tried to put in for this. Other than that, please enjoy the rest of the video, and also go ahead, check this indie developer out and give him the love and support that all indie developers deserve. Alright, see ya. Yeah, let's give it a go. Alright. My story begins with the unfortunate twist of fate. For many days and nights I wandered aimlessly, crossing valleys and mountains. I sought a place where I could finally rest, where the road would no longer call my name, but destiny had other plans for me. As I travelled, I witnessed the beauty of this land, crystal streams, great cities, and quiet villages. Every corner of the world had its own charm, yet none of them felt like home. Something deep inside me urged me to keep moving. My journey was not without peril. I fought beasts born of darkness and faced horrors few have lived to tell about. This world may seem peaceful to the untrained eye, but in the shadow of the world, creatures that fed on fear. One day I stumbled upon a small village surrounded by wooden walls. At first glance it appeared ordinary, silent and still, yet something about it felt different. I decided to take a closer look. As I entered the village, the echo of battle still lingered in the air. Bodies of fallen soldiers lay scattered across the muddy streets. It had been only moments since our blood-soaked fight had ended. Here, in the city centre of it all, stood a wounded knight, barely clinging to life. "They must not take it," he gasped. "The stone, the one I'm leaning against, it is the heart of this world. If it falls into their hands, everything will end. Please don't let them have it." That village, once unremarkable, suddenly felt like the centre of everything. The stone the knight spoke of, the heart of this land, must be something far greater than I imagined. So many gave their lives to protect it. I will honour his final wish and guard it no matter the cost. Alright, Grainhold. Alright, in Grainhold, gather materials to grow your city and improve your weapons. It's up to you whether you use the collected resources to construct buildings or sell them to the merchants. Alright, so we'll get into all of this. You can use materials you collect to construct buildings in your city. Buildings such as farms, ranches, or mines will provide you with resources and defense towers will help you defend your city. You can sell the raw materials or vegetables you have collected to the merchants around the world and buy rare items from them, such as better swords and armor. After the countdown ends, a wave of enemies will attack your city, and you must defend it at all costs. Each wave of attacks is more difficult, but the rewards for success is greater. The attackers will first destroy the city gates and then try to destroy the diamond in the heart of the city. If the diamond falls, a wave of enemies will attack the city again, and your city will lose some of its resources. Alright, so here it is. Alright, so first thing is the chest is... Yeah, so we got to go into the chest twice. If you've noticed like how this, like you access the chest and then it still keeps moving, is highly annoying. You'll see that a few times with a few things. If you sleep, you can sleep until the next attack. However, no time really passes when this happens. So it just goes straight to the countdown, and it doesn't actually skip time. You'll also need to actually get in there and equip everything. We don't have anything else just yet. Here's all these. Don't eat any of this just yet. We'll get in further into it. See how the screen at the back is moving as the player stats does the thing? Yeah. Right, jump out. Alright. This guy will give you a bunch of tutorials. He'll talk like how to start the mining, defensive buildings and defenses and buildings and stuff like that. However, the menu time is not paused when that gets to there. So that's highly irritating when you're trying to actually get started or trying to read up on what you need to do and where to go and how to do stuff. You can't do anything with like the time doesn't stop. So as you're trying to learn what you need to do, time's not stopping. And as you're like, it's a big wall of text, as you can see. Which, yeah, as you're for a tutorial, yeah, highly annoying, highly irregular. Alright, so we can go through. We'll start clearing and gathering up all the resources that we can. So one of the first things you'll see with this is the hitboxes for gathering resources, and that your tools are way like you have to be right on top. See how we hit that and then we missed it? Like, yeah, that's a bit annoying. However, this is very cute, addictive gameplay. I'll give it that. As we go through, you'll notice that the little resource thing clicks up. Yeah, so it's always one rock. You always get one rock, no matter how big the rock is or anything like that, which, yeah, is really annoying when we're trying to get ahead or trying to get somewhere with it. So, like, alright, trees give you random amounts of wood. So that one gives you 2, this one might give me 5, this one might give me 3 or 4 or something like that, which is fine. So that was 4. Alright, however, so one small rock compared to one massive boulder will give the same amount of resources, which is highly annoying when we're trying to get ahead, trying to get those things built. This is the mine. So when you come into the mine, just run down here. Alright, so this is the mine here. These are all little rocks. And that's how we get iron and everything, which is... Oh, damn it. Very annoying. Yeah, I don't know what it is with the clip boxes or something like that, but yeah. Alright, so that's how you go through and you clear it up. I know I sound like I'm rushing for a lot of things, but we need to rush really, really hard, really quickly for the first couple of waves, as what we're trying to do with everything. So this is all of the other things we need to do. So there's, so this once we build this, the defense tower, everything becomes way much easier. So for this one here, for these 3 spots here next to the tower, leave them for the defensive towers. Trust me on this one, you will be like, oh yep, sweet. So first thing we're going to build is a farm. The reason why we're going to build the farm is so we can get some resources going. So this is the farm. What we'll do is we will keep growing. So that's upgraded there. So we're going to go potatoes, carrots, and 1 cabbage. Alright. So as we grow these, so obviously they got different times. As they grow, they'll grow faster, faster, faster. You'll get up to a thing about 30 in each one. And you keep doing that, and you probably could just dedicate the farm to a specific vegetable or something like that, which you then end up selling to this guy over here, the merchant. So when you sell it to the merchant, he'll give you... Right. When you sell it to the merchant, this is where you'll get all of your money for everything else. And this is where you'll end up purchasing the other supplies as we go through. So don't sell these straight away, just keep building up the stores for this, so that way when we get more farms, we can get more dedicated with how we go with that. The other thing you build is a ranch. Now a ranch will automatically... We need more stone. So a ranch will automatically produce food that you'll use for your health and stamina. Right, these are all the stone. Alright, so these are one of the gates that the enemy will break through. So they'll break through that. Right. These stones don't respawn in the city or in the town, however the trees will. So just go ahead, clear them out. Don't worry, you trust me, you'll get so much more stone than what you'll know what to do with as you go along. Wood is the biggest resource sink that I've actually seen in the game so far. Yep. Alright, so we'll get that sorted. What else do we need? So, if we... Lumber... Oh yeah, we'll get through the lumber soon. Yep, we'll build that. Alright, sweet. This will produce things like chicken, steak, and brisket. Alright, so when you get the... So you level up, drop the coin to upgrade it, then you'll get these items. Yep, you'll eat these to actually regain your stamina. If you look at the health bar, and below that there's the chicken. Yeah, that's the stamina that's lowering. Alright, you need to get that up to get your health, and you get that from eating the chicken. Yes, you can eat the vegetables, however the vegetables are what you sell, are the only things that you produce to sell, apart from the other resources. So we'll go back to our farm. Alright. And I know what you're thinking immediately is like, where is the fishing mechanic for the game? Yes. Yep, 100%. Fishing is what improves every game. I don't care what you are. If you're playing a game like this, it needs a fishing mechanic. So head up this way. We're just going for like quick little things as you go through. If you get the money to purchase these guys, you can purchase these guys. They will help you defend the little heart there. They'll only spawn when the waves happen, and yeah, they're good, but they're not as good as the defense towers. They will just help stall it out. Alright. What else do we need? We need... Don't tell me we need more stone. I'm just getting more stone. I'll just pick on something that... Just keep gathering up as much resources as we can. Alright, lots of clicky. Yep, they gave me 1 rock. This should give us 4, but it doesn't. Alright. Yeah, we'll go through, we'll get some wood. Like I said, you're gonna need wood for days. Need more wood. Yeah, don't worry, once we get a bit more situated and not so time pressed, we'll go for a little bit of a wander. Let's get this on before we lose everything. Alright. Okay. Alright, so now... Right now, we've got enemies broken through those gates. They're trying to break through those gates. They'll try and break through those gates, and they'll just keep going through from here. Right, this is where the combat becomes pretty clunky. It feels like I'm using a toothpick. Like the range for everything doesn't feel like it's got weight. It doesn't feel like I'm really doing much damage, which is fine for really early on, but there's no swing. That makes sense. Ow. Yeah, don't worry, if you die, you die. Alright. These are the resources we lost, that's fine. The wave now restarts, so the timer now goes back. Which is very forgiving for that, which I'm very happy with being as forgiving as it is. Right, one of the things we're going to do is we're going to save up. Before you would have seen with the iron, right, we need to save up for what will be this here. Alright, so is the mine. Alright, we want to save up for the mine. Now the reason why we want to save up for the mine is because the mine will continuously produce resources. Because currently right now, with the way that the resource gathering works, is very time consuming, very like trying to get these to do the hits. Like that's one rock per rock. That's fine, but I don't want to sit here and just slowly click on everything when I've got such little time to do things. So what I'd like to see is hopefully a level up mechanic, or some way to get better tools and stuff to make all that mining a lot more easier. And alright, so we'll come back. We'll some of the things that we do in here is just so much clicking, a lot of clicking. Oh, it did not rain at all during my last playthrough. That's actually pretty cool. I like that. Alright, so we got these, so we might as well sell these. Hold it down, and we get 12 coins. Hold down, we get 2 coins. This is a bit of silver. Let's go ahead and sell that. Alright, so we do have most of the resources. So one of the other ways you can actually get a bit more coin a bit quicker is to go off and start leaving the thing. So we'll leave here and we'll find... Alright, there's a few there. Find a few enemies. They'll give about 20 coin per kill. However, I don't want to go too close to that. Now, this glowing wall that we have, the white wall, that's the border. Come up. Oh. Alright. They gave me about 10 coin. Alright, let's... Yep, one skeleton. What's a fantasy game without a skeleton enemy? Yeah, I'm not too much of a fan of the combats in this game. Alright, this never changes. I don't know the length of that. Doesn't feel like a very nice, smooth swing or anything. And then the shield. Now it's shielded. It just takes so long. It's not a fun experience. However, let's have a quick look around. I want to show you why I'm sort of excited for this. Alright, so that looks pretty cool, like a dungeon raider or something, or dungeon crawler sort of side of things. If you can level up or get some tools or something fun in there, so that goes along over there. That looks pretty good. Then you've got like a toxic swamp. I look forward to seeing what's going on with there. There's a let's keep going. Alright, this waterfall looks cool too, by the way. Up here, this is where we can upgrade our walls, city walls. See how the menus come up and everything. I just hate this. I click on that and then wall comes up. Alright, city walls protect the city from attacks. Each higher level of the walls increase the amount of the time. Yeah, it takes longer for the things, and then some, and eventually they get defensive towers. Alright. Yep, there's another castle over that way. I can't remember what we're doing. Alright, so that's right, we're getting a mine first. Get the mine first. Don't bother about the lumberer. Get the mine first, get the vegetable, get the farms going. Alright, the UI for this, I would like that little thing that pops up telling you how many bits of wood or stone that you get a bit more noticeable, and probably not so far off, because yeah. Alright, then we can do just some of the things. Just like I have to click, I have to manually click every single time I'm doing this. Manually click, manually click, manually click. Come through, sell our tomatoes. Yay. We come through. Now this is where it's produced the chickens. Grab that. And then you gotta come in here and eat the chicken. I would like a quick selective that. So if you could put it into somewhere where I could just quickly just punch it in while I'm doing combat and everything, because there's no health potions or anything just yet or something, because it's a slow gain of your health. And it's very annoying when you're in the middle of combat and you're trying to get that health going while you're trying to fight with the very awkward and terrible combat mechanic that we have. Makes it even more difficult trying to stop dying. What is it? Let's build a mine. What am I missing? Missing wood. Missing stone. Missing nothing else. Alright. This is why trying to get all the stone is just impossible. Once you get the mines going with the stone, it speeds up really quick. That's why I have the like in the mine with the small rocks. makes sense that it's only 1 stone for the thing. But you see this. I should get 5. But I get 1. 1. Like, it doesn't make sense in that regard. Alright, keep going. We're gonna keep going. Like, that's one good thing is the stone doesn't respawn here, which I don't mind. Like, or what could happen is, like, all these resources here give you 1, or doesn't respawn at all. And these resources out here, since there's enemy and stuff that we have to contend with, say I come up, I get this rock, and I should get more, because I'm doing it out in a dangerous place. Go away. Some things. This is cool. What's Admiral Paddle? What do you do? Nothing. Can you take the boat somewhere? Can you go that way? What's over there? I'm sure this is something that will hopefully make more sense later on. So that I can see the groundwork that... just some of the things... You'll play the game and it'll just be 1 or 2 things that will just annoy you. Alright. We've got the stone. We haven't got the stone. Lumber. I don't need lumber. I need a defensive tower. I don't need a rancher. We need another farm. Yeah, we'll go farm. Yep. What we do with the farm is we'll start growing cabbages in it. Hey. This is... I can... Oh. That was just painful. Alright, now we're going to try and... Oh, God! So if we just circle around... This is why we will build those defensive arch towers. And we'll just circle this, and we don't have to worry about it. This is the real struggle. Ow. See, they've got so much reach. And it doesn't change, though, depending on, like, the sword you get. Because I've managed to get, like, better swords and equipment and everything for later on. And the mechanic, like... This is just small, tiny, very annoying gameplay. And now, that was when I said get the meat, so that way you could do the health, so that way you could like quick select your health and then keep healing. So you could do this. So you could just go ahead kiting them, going around, going around, going around. I'm just gonna let it die. Let him kill me. There we go. No, annoying. Very annoying. Alright. Alright, so we come back. Alright, we've got... manually clicking. That's so fun. I love it. Alright, we'll continue to grow things. Cabbage is up there. What did I do, cabbage? Just find a dedicated... Alright, so we need more stone, wood. What we'll do, we'll head over to the mine. Alright. Here we go. Alright, so now we managed to get enough stone. Alright, so we're going to quickly run over here. We're going to build the mine. Alright. What do I need? Wood! There we go. Okay, we need... Yep, mine. Oh, come on. Right. Now we'll go sell all that. Hopefully we get... Okay. There's no slider thing. You just got to come in here, press the button down. Annoying. Alright, there's not a lot of uses for silver, gold, I think that's diamond, and some other weird crystals, so there's not a lot of uses just yet in the game, so I just go ahead and sell it. Alright, now we got the monies for this. Alright, we'll go ahead and we'll build a mine. Alright, so the mine works great. Alright, so this is the mine. Alright, it will produce stone at level 1. Now we need to go to level 2. Now it will produce iron. Then we go to level 3. Now it will produce iron and silver. And level 4, it will produce the rest. Alright, so that's going to continuously be like the best thing that we have so far in the game. And we're just going to go off and get more wood. It's okay. We won't make it this time. Again. Sometimes it's better just to sit here. Oh, look at... It's just such the worst. I think even the tutorial guy will sit there and go, oh, don't bother. Just die. Just accept your fate. Just die. Alright. Yep. What do we need again? I can't remember what we needed to do. We'll go ahead. We'll check the vegetables. More chickens. This is what I mean when I said like the menu doesn't pause when you start like getting into things. Like, why is it not pausing? Annoying. I really want to get some stuff sorted for these guys. However, what we'll do, we'll go ahead, we'll get a lumberer up. Yeah, we'll start looking at getting a lumberer, and you can witness the tragedy of how slow it is to get wood. One of the things, it's just got a really nice aesthetic and appeal, like the art behind it is really good. I've got to give it bonus points to that. The mountains look good. That green toxic area, I want to go explore. Same with that castle town thing over there. I want to go explore that. That looks really cool. There's some house ruins. Oh, look at that. That's cool. The a little thing down there. Cave? Yeah, cave. My brain for some reason forgot the word cave. Some mushrooms. We'll go have a look at the other way. I'm gonna go build. There's a lumberer thing over here. Yep, I've got enough. I should have enough. One lumberer. What am I missing? Gold. It's always gold. Climb, 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 climb. Right, sell. Alright, so here's the lumberer. Alright, this is where it gets very annoying. Alright, so you'll get one lump of wood every 20 seconds if you get fully upgraded. Alright. Where the mines will do a random thing of the same thing at the full upgrade, but you'll get all those other resources as well randomly. Yeah, like I said with the art, like there's another castle over there in the mushroom world, which is cool. Like I want to go explore it. I want to go see it, which we will do that. However, we're going to grind our way there and make sure that this town settlement is well protected before we leave, because we will get to that point. Alright, so let's what do we need? Oh, we're gonna need more wood. Like I said, we're gonna build another mine. This is the last bit of tomatoes I'm gonna grow. After this, I'm just dumping these tomatoes. And then we'll just focus on... You know what? We're gonna just focus on potatoes now. So this will become a potato farm. This one will become... oh, wrong one. Alright. This one will become a cabbage farm. We'll build another one right here. And that will become nothing because we don't have the resources. It's just not worth growing tomatoes. So, grow the tomatoes, send them away. Grow the peppers, send them away. We'll grow another... Alright, so what we'll do is we'll get another farm going. We'll get more gold. Yeah, once we get the, we'll do the 3 farms. Or should we do 4 farms? Now we'll do the 3 farms. We'll get 1 dedicated to potatoes, 1 dedicated to carrots, one dedicated to cabbage. Okay, 1 more farm. I forgot. What do I need? I need more stone. That's alright, we can get more stone. That, alright. Upgrade. So that's going to become a carrot one. This one's going to become a cabbage one. This one's going to be a potato one. This one's going to be carrots. That's alright, we can do... Oop. Just get rid of all these tomatoes and peppers because they're just not worth it. Like, that's 1 coin for the thing. It's probably pretty quick, but yeah. Alright, so we've done that. Alright, next thing we're going to do is we're just going to focus on getting those mines up. And we'll get 4 mines. So 4 mines will be self-sufficient. Ah! I think one thing that would be good for this game is if we could build a few other things. So the farm, the mine, they all make sense. The lumber makes sense. The defense tower makes sense. The ranch makes sense. It would be good if you could build a blacksmith so you could actually take that those materials to get better weapons and armor and stuff like that, rather than saving up your money to go purchase it. Maybe purchasing it could be the quicker way. However, if you get like the if you get the resources together and you could just chuck it in there and the blacksmith himself could make it for you. So that could be a cost-benefit analysis there, I reckon. Let's eat some chickens. Yep. That's right, this is potato farm. And this is carrot farm. Don't need that anymore, that can go away. Sell that. And sell this. Oi. Alright, so we did all the things. Now this is where we go up and we have a look at the lumberer and why he annoys me greatly. 8 wood. Get that from 2 trees. So, just thought about it. All right, so it probably works out good in that regards to the cost benefit analysis, or whatever you want to call it, a cost weight ratio, everything like that. So the lumberer takes the longest amount of time to get the wood. However, you can go get more wood a lot quicker by doing it yourself. That's why you get these a bit more. With the stone takes. The stone is like 1 stone. It's always 1 stone per whatever it is. However, when you get a mine, it becomes pretty self-sufficient very quickly. Do I have enough for a mine? No, I need more stone. I can see that's why it's the like that balancing in regards to that. But, so, what I've seen is 4 mines is enough for anyone. You can go do that. It would be nice if you could also buy resources as well. So, say I grew a heap of peppers, then I want more stone. But, yeah. How's potato farm? Really want another defensive tower. Alright, let's just go for all the things to build a defense tower, and then pretty much once you build them, you win. Alright, so we just got some extra dollary dues. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to drop 2 of these, being 1 of those and 1 archer, and you'll get to see what those guys are like. So we'll come over here. Yay, we finally got some wood. Now those dudes do not spawn until night time, so don't get too excited because you won't see them walking around. Right, we need more iron. That's what we need. We need more iron. Right, we need 8 iron. I'm so close. Ah! Copy. So here's the swordsman, and here's the archer. Alright, where's this last one? Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Alright, goody. Alright, so we finally won. Our award is that. That is our very, very, very small reward. Now, it's only for the first wave, which you sort of get. However, as you sort of get further and further along, the rewards don't seem to keep up. So it seems to always be that small, tiny reward. So it would be nice to see more resources sort of won or something like that. That'd be good. However, yeah, I haven't seen anything more. What the... I want that iron. Yes. Alright, that's all I wanted. I wanted the iron so I can do this. One defensive tower. Yes. Alright, so now we're going to go check on all the vegetables so that way we can sell all the vegetables, sell all the minerals, and we can get more. Goodbye, potatoes. We want more money. Build a mage. Alright. Now we need wood. Wood for 1,000 years. Alright, sweet, we got another mine. Alright, so now we've got our first tower. Alright, so you're going to actually see what the tower is like. We've also got a swordsman, a bowman, and a mage. So let's hopefully get a chance to visualize all of these. Because then you'll see how OP this tower is. Alright, so, yep, that dude's dead. That's from the tower. Alright, this is the mage doing things. Dead. Dead. Bang! Dead. There we go. And that's all it is. That's why you need to build the tower as soon as possible. Put 3 of them down. Yep, you're sorted. You're done. You don't have to worry about anything. Right, that's why we need to build as many mines as quickly as possible. Grab that. And then that way we also never have to actually go down into the mines again, because that it is I would say it's probably one of the more boring components is the mining in this, just to go down into those mines down there. Yep, and this is where I was talking about the fact that your rewards don't seem to actually improve much from wave to wave. Alright, so now we are a lot more set up. Alright, so that's 4 mines. Alright, you don't need any more mines after that. That's it. Alright, 4 is enough to keep you sustained, upgrowing, everything that you're gonna need. So now what I'm gonna do is I am now gonna be on a mad grind to get as much wood as possible, so we can start putting down more lumber boys. Oh yeah, now we're getting these big rock bastards. That would have been a goblin thing. And that's it. I'm no longer needed to protect the thing. We've got the guard tower and the 3 things. So now it's just a matter of getting more resources. Today, alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to go on an adventure. We're going to go and check out the mushroom place. Because it's the only place that is currently accessible. So we're going to go have a look at it. What is... Ow. Can we grab that? Can we farm that? No, we can't farm it or anything. Alright. What's the point of that then? Oh yeah, there's a green one there. Ew. Alrighty. mushrooms. Oh, hello. No? Oh, so we've got friendly villagers. And then we come through. Oh, it's an actual village town. Can I do anything? Fungi Fred. Oh, okay then, so... Alright, I see what's going on. So, we found another merchant, so if we bring our stuff here, we can sell it, we'll get more for it. Is there... Alright, so you don't actually get anything, there's nothing else here, apart from that. That's a bit... At least there's some people walking around, that's cool. Be nice if you could have that as well in your little town over there. Oh! Is this another mine? That's a big skeleton head. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at all the resources in the wall. Oh, what's this? Oh, I'm gonna... Can I get to that one? Yes, I can. Oh my god, there's so much. Blue thing there, I can see it. What's that? Diamonds! Righto. Let's go. Alright, we've got some gold. There's another diamond down there. Oh, that's cool. Now, how do you get into this? What's that? How do I get in there? Oh, well. Seems like a great mystery there. Like I said, we're going on an adventure today. I saw a little bridge up this way, so we're going to go have a look at that. I do like the idea of the mushroom forest kingdom here. That's cool. I've got to go over there, check that out. Oh! No, too powerful. Can't take on two at once. Oh! Oh, what are you? What do you? What do you do? You do nothing. Alright then. Am I supposed to mine out a key or something? grab everything that we've gotten from today. We're going to go over and sell everything. We'll see what we've come up with. Holy crap. Make sure all the potatoes are sorted. And carrots. Alright, let's sell all that. Alright. Let's upgrade you, maximum there. Surely this should be enough to make another defensive tower there. Oh no, what am I missing? Wood! Get. There we go. Maxed out. Alright, we're gonna go grab a axeman. Oh, yep, that's how that spawns. So they spawn there. You spawn over there. Alright. Oh, you look badass. Is that still the mage? Oh, that is the mage. Is that axeman? Yeah, there's the axeman. Alright, now we've got these two going. Shame you don't see any arrows fly from the thing. That's it. Not a single enemy gets anywhere near the heart. We have now won the game. Still barely any resources. Okay. So, my final thoughts on this game. It is quite addictive. I think it's a nice little, gorgeous little game, but very addictive. I can't wait to sort of see the full thing being opened up, being this place over here, this little dungeon crawler by the looks of it, this dungeon, this toxic swamp looking thing as well. I'd like to go see what's in there. That was pretty cool, the little mushroom thing in that town there. I'd like to see what Admiral Paddle can actually get up to and what's going on. but at the same time, it also feels very empty. So there doesn't seem there's a lot going on over there. Same with here. There's, you know, there's some villagers walking around over there. I'd like to see some sort of villagers working here, like walking around or working here or something. Again, definitely probably like the limitations of the programming and sort of time constraints with the developers. Not throwing any sass at them. I think it's like I'm pretty happy with a lot of it. These guys here really, these lumber guys, so slow on making lumber, but I get it. It's the lumber's, yeah, righto. Then these all sort of become very OP, which, don't get me wrong, I enjoy because it gives me the ability to get up and go explore, even though there's nothing really to explore. That's a problem. There's nothing for me to find, and with that, tying in with the explore with this is the combat. The combat needs a complete overhaul. Like, this is just it's very dead. Like, it's very hard to actually fight. It doesn't work. It feels like I'm trying to fight with a toothpick. Yeah, I cannot express the combat needs complete overhaul, overwork for this to be any value for that. There needs to be a bit more cost benefit for a few things. So, the resources in the town, make them very limited. Like, make that this tree only gives you one, and that rock over there only gives you one, and the mines only give you one rock as well. But the resources outside the city wall here, they should give you more. So that way, there's that, I've got to leave the city to get more stuff to make that, to sort of give us more of a reason to get up and out. With a lot of these resources, yeah, it's very difficult for those things to get together. But how I see it is, like, once I've built all this stuff, what's the end result? So, for that, I would have to say, like, getting the resources being produced, say the lumber mill and the and all the iron and everything like that. Like I said, with the blacksmith, you give him the resources, and say you select the weapons and stuff that you want made. Yep. And then, or you go up to the barracks and you want to get more soldiers. Being, say, if we want to get a swordsman, it's going to have an initial cost of 10 iron, and yeah, say 10 iron and potatoes or tomatoes or whatever the vegetables are, or, like, you know, you could have a set amount of vegetables, so you could be like, yeah, it's going to have that upfront cost, and then it's going to have a continuous cost on top of it, being 1 iron every day and so many vegetables, and then your archers will continuously consume wood, and then your axemen need gold because they're gold or something like that because they're barbarians, and then the mages need whatever diamonds and things. But also, there's not a lot to do with the magic, but what's with that magic thing over there, and what these monsters are huddling around? What are those? What are those for? What do they do? Like, it'd be cool if you could grab them and they have some sort of benefit, like you can put them down as a tower or something like that, and then you can get some soldiers around it. Like, say that green one over there, we could put it here or something. It gives, like, the soldiers here some continuous healing or some buff whatsoever. So, or you can take those and you bring them in here, and you've got or you can go ahead and you can go collect those things, and that's what you need to actually get a mage. And then the mage can try and change the mage from a attacking element to more of a buffing element, being healing and, you know, all that sort of stuff. It'd be nice if we had some sort of leveling up with that. Some people would probably say get some RPG with the leveling with this. However, I don't think so. I think it's fine the way it is. Like, it doesn't need more leveling. The combat needs an overhaul. But what if all of your stuff's tied to your equipment? I like that. And you just need to get those resources to get your equipment up. So better equipment, better looking equipment, more fun equipment. Same with the soldiers. There's all that thing where we're trying to get what we want and need to better do everything. I don't think it needs to be harder, because I like that once you get these towers in and the soldiers and stuff like that, you can then explore, like I said. Yeah. So this has been Grainhold. It's got a few little quirks and stuff, and I like where it's going. I like the premise that it's got so far. I think there's still a very long road ahead, depending on what the Creek Games is wanting to put into it. Major thing. Put in a fishing mechanic. Every game is improved with a fishing mechanic. No one ever wanted to play Red Dead 2 until they put a fishing mechanic in it, and now everyone fucking plays it. It's the same thing with every game. You put a fishing mechanic in it, and it becomes an instantly better game. Yeah, so it would be nice to see those little changes and stuff like that for everything. However, highly addictive. I could probably be here. I will be here for another 5 years playing the game, going over, getting further and further developed, growing up, more towers and everything else we can do. Hopefully you've enjoyed it as well, because the link is in the description to the Steam page, so go ahead and wishlist it if you want to wishlist it, or go ahead and play the demo because you want to play the demo, because the demo is actually really good so far release. Other than that, I don't really have anything more for the game. I would like to see, like I said, more. I hope that you enjoyed what you watched. And I'm sorry, I'm just sort of distracted by carrots. I want to see how many potatoes can we got. I want to purchase a new sword. Alright, let's have a look at this sword. Oh, it's the exact same animation, sword. Come here. Oh, it's good. Is it magic numbers? Yeah, there's a few things in the game that I'm not 100% certain at the moment. Alright, well, I'll go ahead. I'll see you guys in the next one. Give this a go. Alright. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.